What you're seeing here is the Big Chungus Cluster, PvE. You can see all of our maps, including the PvE and PvP server, which is what we're going to be talking about. First off, you're going to want to make sure you have a bed next to a forge if you're going to be harvesting metal, right? Next, you're going to want to make sure you have your Anki and your Rhino or RG, whatever it is you're using, right? You're going to want to go to a terminal, obelisk, drop, a transmitter. You're going to want to hit the transfer service at the very bottom, and then you're going to want to make sure you pick the PvP server right here. You're going to want to join that. Going to wait a little bit. Right here is if you have a character onto the on the server that you're transferring to, it's going to have this little message here. I have a character there. It's garbage, so I'm going to override it. If you don't want to override the character that's over there, you're going to want to hit cancel, and you can just download the character onto another map that doesn't have a character, or the one that you actually came from would probably be a good idea, right? So I'm going to hit accept, and then I'm going to open up my inventory. I'm going to throw out my Rhino. And the first thing you're going to notice right here at the bottom right corner is a timer. If you throw out a second dino while that timer is there, it's going to fall asleep. It's going to be cryosick. And you're going to have to wait for it to wake up, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So you're going to want to wait. I'm going to speed it up here. Okay. And then when the timer is up, you're going to want to throw out your Anki. And then you're going to want to get on. Oh, actually, no. You're going to want to get some thatch real quick. Excuse me. And then go to your craftable. So learn the remote. The solo farm remote. Then you want to craft the solo farm remote, only costs 1 thatch. And then you want to equip it. You're going to want to right click or left trigger, I think. And you can see at the bottom here, there's the inclusion list. That means that you're going to be choosing the resources that you're going to want your dino to harvest, right? You can see auto attack is automatically selected, and the victim harvesting, whatever it is, disabled, which you wouldn't want to keep that disabled. Right? And then you're going to want to pick the ones, the resources that you want, obviously, metal, flint, stone. That's what Ankies get. So a lot of time people don't want stone, so I'm going to disable the stone. I'm going to left click or right trigger onto my dino, and it's going to start auto attacking, going ham. See that? Then I'm going to want to get onto my rhino after I put the remote in my hotbar and unequip it. I'm going to pick up my Anki, and I'm going to fly next to rocks or metal nodes or whatever it is that you're harvesting. And if you're familiar with doing this kind of method with another player, you know that when you get too close to the ground or too close to a rock, it will knock you off. But as you can see here, you can really get in close, and it's never going to dismount or drop the Anki. Every once in a while, you're going to want to drop the Anki, land the Rhino. As you can see here, the stamina is low, right? So you're going to want to make sure you land every once in a while so that the Anki is able to regain its stamina. If you don't, it will go to sleep. You can see here, metal and flint. That's exactly the resources that we chose. And see how that's all it's getting. It's actually collecting the rocks, but it's dropping it automatically as part of the mod. You're going to want to make sure that you have a lot of weight in your Rhino. This one has a lot more weight because it's a super variant, right? So it's got double normal. So after you level all that up or do all that stuff, you're going to want to pick your Anki back up, and you're going to want to fly at super speeds to the drop. Now that's because I sped up the footage. But once you get there, you're going to want to drop your Anki. You're going to want to walk right up next to it. First off, actually, real quick, what I just did there is check the health on the drop. Okay, you want to make sure there's enough health on there so that you're able to complete everything. Then you're going to want to walk up to your Anki. You're going to want to cryo that up. And then you're going to want to cryo up your Rhino. And then you're going to want to stand in between the terminal and your stuff that you have on the ground. If you're not able to access the terminal after picking up all your stuff, you're going to be encumbered, right? You could just owe it all right back out or drop it all back out like I just did, popcorned it, and then reposition yourself and pick up your stuff, access the drop, transfer service to your main thing, and then you're going to want to pick that forge bed that you should have made before even doing this, right? You're going to spawn at your forge bed, and you're going to want to, after everything loads in, name your chippy if you had one. Now you're going to want to access your forge, and then you're going to put your metal in there. And that same goes with any other resource, right? If you've got stone or whatever, you could just set a bed next to your any storages. That's basically it. So yeah, enjoy the solo farm mod. Bye-bye.